Hello students, in this video we are going to study about the implicit differentiation. Now, in order to understand that what implicit differentiation is, you should know that how to take the derivatives of the y with respect to x and how can we take the derivatives of terms involving the x with respect to x. So, for example, take the basic things. Okay, so the derivative of x is 1. But if we say what is the derivative of y, so it is y prime. Or you can, if you don't like the y prime to write, then you can also write dy by dx. Similarly, if we have, for example, the derivative of a constant with the x, that means nx, so the derivative will be only n because the derivative of x is 1. But if we say that what is the derivative of ny, so with respect to x, so it will be n y prime. Or if you don't want to write y prime, you can say n and then dy by dx. But it is comfortable to write the y prime rather than dy by dx. Okay, now if we have x to the power n, so the derivative of x with any power, it will be nx and n minus 1. But what if we say take the derivative of ny with some power? So you will, sorry, y to the power n. So what you will do, you will take ny, n minus 1, then the y prime. It means the derivative of y also. Why? Here we are actually applying the chain rule. That means that we will consider the y as the composite function. Okay, now for example, you have x to the power 3. So how can you take the derivative of x cubed? It will be 3x squared. But if you have y cubed, so the derivative of y cubed will be 3y squared, same as we do for the x. But after that, take the derivative of the inner function, that is y prime. Similarly, for example, if I have x power 2, take the derivative. So it will be 2x. But if I say take the derivative of y squared, so it will be 2y and then y prime. So don't forget this y prime in terms of when you take the derivative of the y. So similarly, if I say take the derivative of sine x, so the derivative of sine x will be cosine x. But if I ask you to take the any trigonometric function with the y as the angle, so what is the derivative of sine y? It will be cos y, but the angle is the inner function. So in other case, you have to write the y prime. So these are the basic rules you have to apply while solving the questions involving the implicit differentiation. Let's solve few of the questions, but before solving the questions, let's understand one more thing, that if x and y are written together, how can you use the derivative of xy together? So here when x is multiplying with the y and you are going to take the derivative, understand that you have to use the product rule. It means fg prime plus gf prime. So f will be x and g will be y. So you will write xy prime plus y x prime. And you know x prime means 1. So y times 1. So this is the way when the x and the y are multiplying with each other and they ask you to take the derivative in this way. Similarly, if you have x over y and they ask you to take the derivative of x over y. So you will apply the quotient rule, that means gf prime minus fg prime over g squared. So numerator term will be named as f and the denominator term will be named as g. So here in such case you have g, that is y. So in the denominator you will write y square. Then gf prime, it means y x prime minus x and g prime is y prime. Now y prime never change, so you keep the y prime as it is, but the x prime will be converted into 1. So this is the way we apply the product rule and the quotient rule if some x is multiplying with the y or some x is dividing with the y terms. So now here Come to the question. Here we have first of all x square y. So the two terms are multiplying with each other. So if the two terms are multiplying with each other, so we always use the FG formula. It means the product rule, in which the first term is termed as the F and the second term is termed as the G. So you use the formula FG prime plus GF prime. So F is x square. I am doing here directly. G prime is y prime plus G is your y, and F prime means x square with the prime. Let's complete this before going to the next term. Plus y, and derivative of x square is 2x. So rather than writing 2 in the middle, I write the 2 before the y and write here xy. You can write 2xy. Also, you can write y2x is not an appropriate form. So we always write the number before x or before any variable. Now here everywhere you have the plus sign. Again you have the f and the g formula. That means the product rule. So here f is x and g is y square. So f g prime is y square with the prime plus y square, that means the g, and f prime is x prime. Now complete this one. This x we will write as it is, y square with the prime. So the derivative of y square we have studied in before, that it is equals to 2y y prime. So it will be 2 right in the start, y and y prime plus now y square as it is, and the derivative of x is 1. Now equals to 6. The derivative of any constant is 0. Now the implicit differentiation, actually you have to find out the value of y prime or dy by dx, same thing. So you have to keep the y prime on one side and the rest of the terms on another side. So here in the first term you have the y prime and here you have a y prime. So keep these y primes on the left hand side and all the other values bring on the other side. It means 2yx has no y prime, so bring it on the other side. So the sign will be changed into 2xy. Similarly, y square times 1, it will y square, bring it on the other side. So the sign will be changed into minus, and 1 times y square is only y square. Now take the y prime common from both the terms. So what is left from the first term, that is x square, plus from the second term 2xy common after taking the common y prime equals to minus 2xy minus y square. Now to find the y prime, divide both sides by the x square plus 2xy. It will be this answer. So the answer will be minus 2xy minus y square divided by x square plus 2xy. Let's solve another question. X cube minus xy plus y cube. X cube, you can take it directly. The derivative of x cube is 3x square. This minus here. Now x and y, they are together multiplying with each other. Always use the product formula, that is fg prime plus gf prime. So f is x and here is the minus, so open the bracket, because all the terms inside the bracket will be multiplied by this minus sign. G prime is y prime plus g is y and y prime and f prime means x prime. Close the bracket plus y cube. The derivative of y cube, same 3y square, but y prime don't forget to write it down. And derivative of 1, that means the constant is 0. So now open the bracket, minus xy prime, and here you will have minus plus minus y, and x prime is 1, so no need to write this 1, or if you want to write it down, plus 3y square y prime equals to 0. Now keep the y prime on the left hand side and the rest of the terms bring on the other side. So minus xy prime plus 3y square y prime, right on the, keep them on the left side. 3x square take it on the other side, and minus 1y, it means plus y, put it on the other side. Take the y prime common. Here you will get minus x plus 3y square inside the bracket equals to minus 3x square plus y. Now divide both sides by minus x plus 3y square to find the value of dy by dx or y prime. So this is your answer, that y prime equals to minus 3x square plus y divided by minus x plus y square. Now here what you will do, here you have the quotient rule. So the above one will be f and the down one will be g. So you will use the formula gf prime minus fg prime over g square. So here y square, take the derivative directly, that will be 2y, and the derivative of y will be y prime. Always remember, while taking the derivative of any y, you have to use the chain rule. Now solve for this one. So x plus 1 whole square, that is your g square. Then g is x plus 1. F prime, it means x minus 1 with the prime, minus f, that means x minus 1, and g prime, that is x plus 1 with the prime. Now keep the 2y prime on this side, left hand side, and try to solve the questions on the right hand side. X plus 1 as it is, the derivative of x is 1, derivative of 1 is 0. So I am not writing the 0. Then x minus 1 we write as it is, and the derivative of x is 1, derivative of 1 is 0, no need to write. And after that, use the distributive property to open the brackets. So keep the 2y prime as it is. Now it will give you x, 1 times 1 will gives you 1. Now understand that you have to multiply the minus 1 with the bracket. So minus 1 times x, it will be minus x. Minus 1 times minus 1, it will give you plus 1. Now x and negative x cancel out, and here you have x plus 1 whole square. Now you have to keep the y prime on the same side, and you have to shift the 2y on the other side. And you know that if I have A equals to B over C, so in such case, what do? I don't have anything under the one A, it means it has a 1. And if I just make a cross multiplication, I will get AC equals to 1 times B, that means B. Now I want to find out 2y and y prime equals to, for example, A over B. Now I keep the y prime here. I want to shift it because 2y is multiplying, so I will divide both sides by 2y. So rather than doing this, I just bring this 2y near the b. So I will just shift this 2y into the near the x plus 1. So you will get y prime equals to 1 plus 1 will gives you 2 over 2y and x plus 1 whole square. Now all the terms in the denominator are multiplying with each other, so you can cancel the numerator and the denominators too. So you will get 1 over y bracket x plus 1. So the questions are not complicated, just they need your concentration. Now here, let's see, this is a little bit looks, little bit looks a complicated question, but if you understand, it's very easy. So the concept is when a function is multiplying with another term, then you always use the FG formula. So here F is your x, and G is your cos 2x plus 3. Okay, now if I want to make it so easier, so let's make it this one, G. Okay, G is your cos 2x plus 3y. I'm writing on the left hand side to make it clear. Now G prime, how can you take the derivative of G prime? Of course, when cos is written with some angle other than x, so you have to use the chain rule. In chain rule, you have to take the derivative of outer function times the derivative of inner function. Now, outer function is cos. So cos changes into minus sign. We write the angle as it is one time, and again we write the angle with the derivative. So you will get minus sign 2x plus 3y as it is. Now derivative of 2x is 2 and derivative of 3y is 3y prime. So now just put all these values on the left hand side. So we have f, g prime plus g and f prime. So our f is x, g prime. So here is your g prime. So I am writing here minus sign 2x plus 3y and 2 plus 3y prime plus gf prime. So what is your g? G is cos 2x plus 3y and f prime is x. So derivative of x is 1. So you will write here 1. Now here you have y sine x. So for the y sine x also you have to take the derivative. You have to take the derivative with respect to x by using the product formula. That means f g prime plus g f prime. So f is y, g prime is sin x prime. Sin x changes into cos x plus g, that means sin x, and derivative of y will be y prime. Now see, this minus is for everything. So can we write the minus outside? So yes, we can write it. Now let's see here. Just write in the proper way. Minus x sine 2x plus 3y times 2 plus 3y prime. So I am taking only the one term. Now 2 will be multiplied with the whole this term and 3y prime will also be multiplied with this whole this term. Why we are doing this? Because we have to keep y prime on one side. That's why it is necessary to open the bracket. So when you multiply with the 2 with the whole this term, you will get minus 2x and sine 2x plus 3y. That's so simple. Plus now 3y prime with the whole this term. So you will get minus 3xy prime and all of this. That is sine 2x plus 3y. Now come to the next term. So next term is multiplying only with the 1. So just remove the 1 because anything multiplied by 1 gives you the same thing. So you will get 2x plus 3y. Now here you have y cosine x plus sin x y prime. So we can write y prime. Now simple, just write it down as it is. And after that, bring all the y primes on the left hand side and all other terms on the right hand side. So this is the y prime. So bring it on the left hand side. So on the left hand side, already I have one y prime. I will write minus 3xy prime sine 2x plus 3y. Bring the y prime sine x on the other side, you will get minus y prime sine x equals. Now y cos x stay on the same side, that means y cos x on the right hand side, and bring this minus 2x sine 2x plus 3y on the right hand side. So minus changes into positive and you will get 2x sine bracket 2x plus 3. Now take the y prime common. Take the y prime common. So you will get minus 3x sine 2x plus 3 minus sine x equals to the whole term stay as it is. Don't try to take any commons from the other side. Now after doing that, divide both sides by this whole term. So I don't have the place to do it here. So divide this whole term minus 3x sine 2x plus 3 minus sine 2x plus should be 3y. 3y minus sine x to the other side. So if I write it here, so my answer will be y prime equals to this whole term. Just keep this down. That means minus 3x sine 2x plus 3y, close the bracket, minus sine x. So this is my complete answer. So as I said, the questions are not difficult. Keep the concept in your mind that you have to find the derivative of the y. That means y prime or dy by dx. So keep all the terms on the left hand side having the y prime and bring all the terms on the right hand side having no y prime. After that, take the common y prime and just keep the y prime on left side and all these other terms by dividing or multiplying or plus or minus, just put it on the right hand side.